want y'all to be careful, because this world will get you so comfortable in your ways. It will get you so comfortable with how things work. It will get you so set in your ways of doing things, of how things should be, that you won't see where God is. You won't even acknowledge what He is about, what He's doing, any of these things. The world wants you to get comfortable. It wants you to sit back and analyze everything. It wants you to get a routine with your life, to get set and to get comfortable and to get conformed to everything around you. It loves when you are set in your ways. It loves when you are comfortable and have a routine of how you do things. Because as long as you do things your way, as long as people are comfortable in their ways, comfortable with themselves, they'll look at the next person and look at them and say, what are you doing? How do you think this is going to happen for somebody like you? They get so set and comfortable with themselves and the ways of this world and routine that they're scared to get out of their comfort zone. They're scared to get up off that seat. They're scared to believe God. They're scared to trust. They're scared of hope. They're scared of God's believers and God's peoples. They don't think God will do anything that He said He would do, because they haven't seen God in first. They think that God hasn't been doing anything for so long, and because they don't know who God is in their lives, and they don't know that their lives don't belong to them, so they're comfortable. This is what the enemy wants. He wants you to be set in your ways. He wants you to constantly be in routine and do the same things you do all the time. And this is why he won't bother a person like that. This is why you will see people to think that they're doing something in this life, right? Because that same person that is that way and is comfortable with routine and runs their way of living and how they think their lives should be, the enemy will leave you alone because it wants other people to follow that lead too. It wants you to think that that way works, that way will help you. It wants you to think that their plan, how they're living their lives is doing something. So this is with the enemy. So people like that, the enemy won't bother you too much. So you will think that you're okay, that it's okay to live your life the way you want to live. You will think it's okay to be in routine, to be comfortable, to live a life not connected to God, to have Him in the back of your head, and to use Him whenever you want to. You will think that this is okay, but that is the deception. That is the works of the flesh. This is what it wants you to do. And so you are the perfect candidate that others can look at that way and try to follow your lead. Not knowing that this world is passing away. Not knowing that the body you are in will pass away. So don't be deceived by people of this world that is comfortable, that is set in their ways, that's comfortable with routine, and you don't see the enemy kind of messing with them the way that they're messing with you. They're messing with you because you carry the Spirit of God. This is why you got so much going on in your life. This is why these people look at you and say, you got a lot going on. Something's always happening in your life. Why this and why that? You should do this and you should do that. And maybe it won't happen if you do things this way. If you do things our way, Maybe you wouldn't have all of that stress and all of that drama going on if you do things our way. That's how the enemy plays his game. Because it's only two ways you can live this life. Two ways. You can either follow the Spirit, which leads to life and eternity, or you can follow the spirit of darkness that leads to death. There's only two ways to live this life, and it's only and either one of them will be is going to be controlling in some type of way. Well, I wouldn't say controlling, because the Spirit of God is not controlling, but let me just, the works of the flesh, it wants to control the spirit. So whenever you carry the Spirit of God, the works of the flesh that these people follow is always going to try to pull you down, and always going to try to tell you that you should do this and you should do that, because it works this way and it works that way. And I've been living this way for so long. And then those people that's been living their lives for so long, and maybe they accumulated this and they accumulated that, and you think that this is what the world is about, and you think that they really doing something because they got more than you, and you over here with less, and you got all of these problems, all of this drama in your life, and so many things is going on. Now you questioning yourself because you constantly looking at them, and you covenant over there about what they got and all of this. That's a deception of the flesh. Do not understand what the flesh is doing. Understand that the flesh has a person. The flesh is a person. And understand what it's doing to the body, because you're wrapped up in flesh. We all fall short of the glory. You can either follow the spirit ways, the Spirit of the Lord, or you can follow the ways of the flesh. Either one. You have a choice every day. He doesn't force us to do anything. We have a choice. Every day we wake up, His mercies are new. We have a choice to follow which way we want to go down. And whenever you follow the ways of the flesh, you're going to be down a bunch of different roads all the time. Following something, never having the right answers. You're going to have a roller coaster life. So stop letting the flesh deceive you guys into thinking that comfortability is a thing, and that being stuck and with routine, never wanting to. And I'm just saying this for the people that loves loves routine, the ones that wake up every day and just say, like, this is working for me, this is what I'm gonna do, I don't care what you doing over there, like, I'm gonna live my life the way I want to. You know, you only live once. That's what they say. You only live once. I used to say that too. You only live once. Nah. The only way to live is with the Spirit of the Lord. That is life. That is life. That will lead you to life, and life more abundantly. So when you got people around you that's carrying their lives a certain type of way, and then they're trying to bring you down with them, and they're comfortable in all the stuff that they do, they're comfortable in their jobs, they're comfortable in their money, and you can't tell them any difference, and you don't see nothing happen in their life, is because they're doing everything that the flesh wants it to do. Because whenever your life is going through a lot of chaos, and it's chaotic, and all of these things is happening, you got to know, because you are worth something. And it's not to try to knock anybody else, because we all belong to God in the good and the bad works for all of us. But when you are deciding to live this way, when you are choosing to live this way, this is why you can't be comfortable with people, because you don't know what they're choosing every day. You don't know what they're waking up and believing. You don't know what they're accepting. You don't know what they're okay with. And then sometimes they use that and rub off on you. And then you're going home questioning yourself and thinking about all the things that they said to you. No, your job, each and every one of us, is to follow the Spirit of the Lord. We all are here for a specific reason, whatever that reason may be, however the Father is using us. What we do know is we are to choose Him. We are to follow Him. We are to put our trust, belief, and faith in Him daily. You are not, the word says, don't put your trust in man. Why you think you can't put your trust in man? You don't know what man is believing. You don't know the ways and the choices and all of these things that they're making every day. You don't know if they're one of them people that said, hey, you only live once, ride or die, all of that. And I'm not saying it because they're bad people, because like I said, everything works for those who love the Lord, the good and the bad. God loves them too. This is why you can't put your mouth on these people either. That's not what I'm saying either. Don't try to put your mouth on these people and judge these people because of what I'm saying to you right now. Your job is not to judge them people that wants to be comfortable, that wants to live their lives like that. Because there's going to be a time and day where they get a chance too. There's going to be a time and day where maybe you are going to be the person that leads them back to Christ, because of how they looked at you and lived and how they seen you live your life, and what you didn't have, and how you struggled, and how you was down on your knees begging and all of these other things. And so when the Lord raises you up and do things in your life, it's going to make them think there's the Spirit in them is going to start working. Because then they're gonna wonder why, and they're gonna want to turn to Christ then. So this is what I'm saying. Like, all of these things work for the good. God has a story, He has a plan, He has a will, He has a purpose. And we don't always know why He do what He do, why He say what He say, why this world the way it is. Only He knows. But He's not leaving us out here by ourselves. But anyway, because I'm falling off subject, I just want you to know today, like, understand how deceptive the flesh is. And how it's not always good to be comfortable, to be set in your ways, to say you're going to live life the way you want to live, because it's not your life, it's not your story, it's not your body, it's not your spirit. Nothing, you don't own nothing. Nothing of you belongs to you. Nothing of this world belongs to you. Everything belongs to the Lord. Why not be connected to someone that controls everything, in all things, and owns everything? Why not be connected to the infinite source? So again, when you see people that seem like they're doing things in this life and all of this, understand that they chose to be that way. They chose to do whatever they're doing, and the enemy is not going to bother people like that say they know the Lord and all of this. They keep them in the back of their mind, but they still choosing to run their own lives. They're still choosing to hold on to whatever job they got and make whatever type of money. They still choosing themselves. That's okay. Yes, that's what it is. They're still choosing themselves. They're not choosing the Spirit of God. They choosing themselves. And the enemy ain't gonna touch somebody like that, because you're following his plans. You're doing everything that he wants you to do. Because if you're living that way, then you're guaranteed to get someone else to follow your ways. Look at the world around you. Everybody wants to have this. Everybody wants to have that. The world just lays everything out for you, place it on a map for you, and tell you to choose and pick how you want to look, what you want to do today. It lays out every category you can think and tell you to choose and say, and then it's another part of it that says you can have this, you can have that. That's the enemy. It's just in another type of form that we living in today. It lays out all your desires, all your wants. It's been studying your entire life. So it's constantly throwing things at you every day, making you look down at your phone every day. It's talking to your desires and your wants every day. It's laying everything out for you and saying you can have the world. I will give you the world. Same thing the enemy told Jesus. You can have the world. I will give you the world. You can have it all. That's what the world is doing. And it's building characters like that. And you're watching this character thinking that they're really doing something. Keep your eyes off the world and the people that's in the world and focus on the Lord. That is your job. Focus on the Lord. Your identity is found in Him. And the word even tells us your identity is locked up in Him. You will never know your true self or who you really is if you don't follow Him. You will only get a version of who you think you are, of who the flesh tell you are. A version, the cup half empty, never full. Always chasing things. Always confused, living a roller coaster life. I want you guys to understand this today. I love you guys, but the Father loves you more.